back to another video. Today we are flying the 737 MAX 8. Today we're going to be flying with United Airlines going from Kahului, Maui over to San Francisco, California. I will actually be flying on this route in real life in a couple of days here, so I wanted to read it for you guys. This is going to be one of my first Redeye flights that I've done IRL in a minute, so I thought it would be cool to do it in the sim. Got a company pushing back there. But yeah, I haven't flown out of Kahului in a minute, and the MAX is such a fun aircraft to fly, and it just sounds amazing, so I wanted to hop back in it again. Our route today should be pretty straightforward. We're just going for 5 hours over the Pacific Ocean, heading northeast. We're going to be taking off from runway 2 here in Maui, and then we will be landing on runway 28 left or right into San Francisco. But yeah, we're getting our bags loaded up. We are getting our passengers boarded as well, and we do have power to the aircraft, so without further ado, let's start our pre-flight and get ready for our flight over to San Francisco. Alright, first things first, let's get our irises to align. Set our window heats on, APU bleed on, and we'll also start up our APU. We're down at the FMC. We can go ahead and enter in Maui. Request flight plan. Go ahead and load that up. We don't have a SID for our arrival. We're going to be arriving on runway 28 right with the Pirate 3, or the Pirate 2 arrival, and the Cine transition. Zero fuel weight today is going to be 138.9. Average wind is going to be 247 at 22. Alright, we got our calculation here. The takeoff weight and some other values are a bit bugged, so it's going to be a little inaccurate, but we're going to do trim 5.89, our cell temp 33. That should be our D rate. Fox 5. Trim V1 151, VR 152, V2 160. Auto brake to RTO, and FMC pre-flight complete. Alright, runway course is going to be 024. We have our heading set to that as well. Both flight directors can come on. Auto throttle armed 175, and our speed and our cruise altitude today is going to be 35,000 feet. L-nav and VNav can get armed as well. Alright, we can go ahead and switch over to APU gens, and we'll get all of our fuel pumps on as well. Alright, we got our last passenger. Anti-collision light can come on.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Backs off. Starting engine 2. Alright, engine mode selectors back to norm. Engine bleeds on. Get our packs back on and switch over to the engine generators, APU off. We should be ready to get out of here. Runway is right here, so I'll go ahead and get all of our landing lights on. Weather and traffic, terrain and traffic. We'll switch sides. Zoom this out. Flaps 5. Alright, TCAS is TARA. We can release parking brakes. And the runway is right here on the left. Runway 2, we don't have any traffic. Runway is clear. Let's pull them up to 40%. Thrust is set. Airspeed's alive. Knots. Auto hold.
V1.
Rotates. Positive rate, you're up. Pitch black out here. Alright, we'll go flaps 1. I'll go ahead and get the autopilot on since we can't see anything. Alright, flaps are up. We can get our auto brake off. Runway turn off lights off. Engine, most selectors. The middle. We'll get keep our wing light on. We don't need our logo light. That should be good for now. .2,000 feet. We're speeding up and lighting lights off. And we'll switch our seatbelts off. Alright guys, we are at flight level 350. We have about 4 hours and 30 minutes left in the flight of pitch black sky until the sun rises. But yeah, I'm not sure if I could really throw a montage in here because you can't really see much, but I'll catch back up with you guys when we are 20 miles off from my top of descent.
It's about having them find the moment. A moment without...
I've got to hurry back to the 90s now.
Alright guys, welcome back up into the flight deck. As you guys can see, the sun is now rising over the horizon. We're about 30 miles out from our top descent. Today we're going to be doing flaps 40, 141 on the speed into SFO today. And we'll go ahead and do auto brake 1 since you want to get off at the end of the runway. Alright, there's our top descent. Altimeter currently at SFO is 2996. We'll set that there. Minimums for ILS into the 28 right approach is going to be 213. Alright, 213 is set. Alright, we can start to see some land here. Just off the coast of California. It's a very beautiful approach. Definitely looking forward to watching this in real life. Alright, we're just coming in at 10,000 feet. Landing lights on. Actually, we'll wait to land for those. We'll get our wing. Might as well throw our logo on. And give the cabin a chime. I might be able to, yep, I can see the airport from here. There's the SFO. One left and one right. And we're going to be landing on this runway right here. So we'll come around the bay, make a left right along the water, fly over the San Mateo Bridge, and then land into 28 right. Alright, we're just following this heading now. Let's go ahead and do speed intervene, and we'll slow up to 200. And we'll go flaps 1. We're a little bit high, so we'll go ahead and do a right turn out, just slow up a little bit more. Alright, we'll go ahead and execute that. Turn back toward the airport. And flaps 2. Alright, might as well adjust this to 3,000 for 7. Localizer is captured. We'll give the cabin one more chime. Alright. Flaps 15. Gear down. And approach mode. Alright, we'll slow up to 146. Very good to land. Run my turnoffs. Taxi lights. Alright, gears down, flaps are full, landing lights on, auto brake, new arm, my aircraft. There's There's the Bay Bridge,
1,000.
San Francisco off to my right. 1,000 feet, missed approach altitude set. Runway is clear, speeds are looking good. My throttles. Alright, let's stabilize this a bit better.
$500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. Minimums 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Cover down. Spoilers. Reverse normal, decelerating. Alright, perfect. 60 knots. We'll still on manual braking. And we'll take this exit to the left to make Terminal 3. Welcome to San Francisco, guys. We'll go across. Beautiful approach. Alright, flaps are up, spoilers are up, auto brake off. Get our landing lights off. Runway turn off. Start APU. Our gate today is Echo 7 Alpha, which should be on our right. Alright, taxi that off. Good there. Work on. APU generators on. And shut down engines 1 and 2. Alright, that'll do it for our flight to San Francisco.